Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike, T-Roy is here.
Hello, brother.
What up, T?
How you doing?
Terrible, as always. How are you doing?
It's a Monday.
Yep. Shalom, Big E. Welcome back.
Shalom.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
We missed you yesterday.
We
Did
actually
ya?
did.
Okay.
You'll be happy. You'll be happy to know that we Troy and I did the show yesterday by ourselves,
Right.
and we were like, "Fuck it." I'm not calling E to figure out how to turn on Facebook and.
That would have been a
YouTube.
bad situation. Based on what
The
assuming
timing.
The timing would have been probably not very.
Would you have been balls deep? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh,
What time are you talking?
Well, I was
Barely
planning on
late.
calling you like 6, something like
before
that.
we went on to figure
Okay.
out how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I probably could have figured it out, but I was like, oh, forget it. It's just us. Who
Yeah,
cares?
whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
One time.
Nobody watches anyway. We just listen.
No, people do.
Dare
People
you,
do.
Troy.
Yeah,
I'm
they
kidding.
can't wait to call me fat or, say I look like I'm dying or whatever. But
It's like a challenge.
yeah. It's so nice, though, when the cameras aren't on and you know it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, oh,
Sure.
yeah. I'd like take my shirt off.
Oh, I
It's
know.
like, oh, yeah, this is nice.
I'd say I had my balls
Sure,
hanging
yeah.
out, but that would make it sound weird.
That would be not as bad as me with my shirt off.
That's true.
Isis actually got a look on his face when I said that, like, oh, god damn.
He almost
like
threw up a
shocked
little
it.
bit.
I almost shocked him. He threw
Shirt
up in his
off.
mouth a little bit. I didn't actually do that either.
I know.
Just-
I assumed that.
Next time we'll do a remote from the hot tub.
yeah, not
Coming to
now.
you live from
I
the
need
hot
a-
tub.
I need a workout guy. What do they call those? Personal trainers
I meant when there's
and
no
a
cameras.
chef. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be nice.
a chef and a personal trainer. I
would
might be able to get in
100%
shape then.
Pay for a chef if I won the lottery.
Yeah.
Because I like to eat healthy, actually, but it's
Sure.
just like so much harder to make it. Those
Is it
meals.
though?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking real legit healthy, I'm not talking.
I mean, if you're making your own food, I got to believe it's not really that much harder to make
Yeah,
a healthy meal as it is. It's really what
yes,
you
it
buy.
is. If you're talking to me, it is. If you're talking legit healthy and tastes good, I'm talking like I don't know how to explain it, but
I would hire a chef like the second I could by $1.
I would,
that
for
could
sure.
afford it.
Yeah.
for sure. It doesn't mean you can't cook anymore.
Yeah.
You can be like, you know what, sweetheart, you got the night off.
If you make
I'm cooking dinner
if
tonight.
you make your own stuff, can you get deducted off their salary? You know, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Listen, I know I pay you $5,000 a month, but I made 17 meals last week. So month.
Yeah, I made 2 meals last month trying to impress some chick, and
Yeah.
I'm not paying you for those.
No.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
Ah,
And
well.
the people that can afford to do that probably aren't worried about those
Right.
extra things.
True.
Anyway, I wanted to say, and we'll catch up on E. He was in D.C. the last couple days with his girl Mandy. Troy and I did the show last night, and it was kind of a heavy show at times. I was disappointed in some listeners who texted me before the show, wondering if we were going to broach the controversial or challenging parts of Kobe Bryant's life, and I was like, shame on you.
Yeah.
What, really? You don't think we're just gonna go over his stats and not address,
We don't owe him anything.
as every other broadcaster in America is going, the complicated issues of 2003, but back to his 5 world championships. Shut up.
Other than
you
that,
don't, you don't get
a
to
slight hiccup along the way. Other than that, he's been a pillar of the community.
Yeah,
a hell of a rebounder.
We did it last night, and we'll continue to do it again today. How about that? How's that for you? Because it is a complicated discussion for some. I understand that, but Troy and I got done with the show yesterday, and literally both looked at each other and went, "Well, I don't know."
People might hate that. It was like an hour plus of Kobe, just Kobe.
Well, we did Kobe. I wasn't so much worried about the Kobe thing. That's
what
a
I was.
Big story. We got in. Kobe Bryant was not the only death that happened that affected
Sure.
people, and especially locally. Especially us and our graduating class at Harrison. Pat Cullen was a friend of ours and passed away, and I have torn feelings about this, man, because there's something really nice about posting something on Facebook, like a discussion like that, and seeing the great response from people, because we didn't know. People that didn't go to school with us or didn't grow up with us, are they just going, all right, enough? But they didn't. They were very, very cool. And the hard part, because I've been through this too many fucking times over the years, is you see all these names of people that you don't talk to enough, you don't see enough of, and it's like, holy shit, I haven't seen Blazo and Sarsfield and Jenny Bears, and like the list is forever. Middle Miss and Middle Miss's younger brother, like all these people. And it's like it's so sad that it takes almost something like this for people to just halt everything and go, fuck, man, and kind of get in there. And I know, some of those people would say, yeah, asshole, we've invited you to every reunion party we've had.
And you never went to any of them.
You've never been to any of them. So don't give me that.
And that's fair.
Yeah, it is.
But it's grounding in a way. It sort of recalibrates you. It puts all those people. You have a history, you have a past, you have a relationship with those people in one way or another. High school people you grew up with, whatever. And everybody goes their own way, and they live their lives, and that's what it is. And it's tragic that it takes something like that.
Yeah.
But it's nice that people can come together and reconnect. And I've got a few friend requests and stuff of people that I haven't seen and talked to in a long time. And
I always have fun. Krista Toby, one of the sweetest people on planet Earth. Getting direct message from her, like saying how much it meant to her. She was really, really close with Bull, Dan Carr, our buddy, and neighbor, grew up with him since she was like 3. But just a couple minutes of back and forth with Krista, it's like, God damn, I haven't talked to that girl in way too long. One person that I still hear from all the time, it's like Ray Ancowie. Like Ray Ancowie, see all the time.
Of course.
Daryl Ferguson. Like Daryl Ferguson, he will still drop me a note all the time. I love that dude. I haven't seen him in forever, but it was really cool, though, to see the conversations happening throughout. I posted it, I think, on my Facebook page and maybe shared it. Or maybe I didn't even do that. But just, hey, if you knew Pat or know people that will, and I think I saw some family members had checked in, and that's good. I felt for them yesterday how hard it must be to watch the news 24-hour, just every channel on TV
can't even get away from
going off about Kobe Bryant. And it's like, you know what? Other people have loved ones that passed away too. And you know what? You're not, you can't even acknowledge them, because you're so consumed with Kobe. There was no other news in the world yesterday.
Yeah.
None. And I get it. Kobe Bryant is a massive, massive personality, and you want viewers, and the best way to get him is to
From
cover
what I've
the hot
seen,
story.
there's no other news today.
No, there's not.
I literally laughed. I walked in the house from work, bent over to start taking my shoes off, and all I heard was Kobe in the other room, and I just started laughing. Not, like, oh my God, really? Like it's just consuming.
It is, and I heard you laugh when you came in. I was sitting in there, and I was like, he's laughing at me for being a bum or something. But yeah, it was wall to wall, and the problem is, usually ESPN's on or something, and these sports guys, the big names, they all really knew Kobe. They knew Kobe personally, and so they're telling really sensitive and heartwarming stories about this guy that was really pretty closed off. I mean, Kobe Bryant was a very private dude for the most part, unless you really got in his inner circle. And I'm not saying we're not going to cover the Kobe Bryant story. We will tonight, and I'm sure we will going forward. I'm fascinated by the aspect of why the hell this chopper was in the air.
Yeah.
Like this, and you asked a great question earlier, T, about lawsuits.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
just curious as far as if it gets proven that they were told not to go or advised not to fly because of the fog, but they did it on their own. There was 9 people on that chopper.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Kobe and his daughter were the most influential of them all.
Yeah.
But does that open them up to any kind of a wrongful death or negligent, homicide, kind of a lawsuit or something along those lines? Because civil's a lot looser rules than criminal.
way less. And funny you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I said something talking to you last night about there's no way Kobe would have written a check to this girl, blah, blah, blah. Well, when that case was dropped, a civil lawsuit was filed by her and her family and settled out of court. And the belief is he wrote her a check for somewhere between $2.5 and $5 million.
Sure.
Now, that's different than what I was saying. Like, hush money check is one thing, but if there's a civil suit filed against you, you can settle at any point.
True, so, that's fair. And then whether that was predetermined or not, who knows?
Probably not. They wouldn't have been working in conjunction with each other. Is that the right word? Am I saying
I believe,
that?
yeah.
I didn't go very far in school, so I screw up words a lot.
It happens.
Yeah. I did want to call our good buddy Travis. Travis, I was really happy that some people were like, wow, Mike and Troy really doing a nice job discussing flights and how they work and blah, blah, blah. I'll let you know. We'll let you in on a little secret. Right before we started the show, we called Travis. I called Ryan, and he didn't answer the phone like usual. But I called Travis as well.
You did?
And, yeah.
Oh,
What?
I didn't know you talked to him.
To Travis? Oh, I did, not you. Yeah, you
no,
know everything
no,
by
I-
yourself already.
Oh, that you just found all that out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that goes back to my flying days. I knew all that.
Troy and I were having what can only be described as maybe the most retarded conversation in the history of, it's like, well, yeah, they could fly up there if they wanted, and they got to look out for that tree and stuff. What if they hit the tree? Well, I don't know. Well, let me guess. And it's like the speculation and conjecture that was going on in this room with zero flight education at all was
It was pretty ignorant.
it was embarrassing to the level that I went, hold on, T, before we hit start, maybe we blow in a call to Travis.
And that was a great move.
And it might have saved the show.
True.
If
We would have looked like assholes if we didn't have any of that information.
Unfortunately for us, Trav was in Mexico, half in the bag at a bar or at a resort. Hope he wasn't at a bar. They're chopping off heads in Mexico right now. Hope he's stationed somewhere nice. I keep reading stories like 9 bodies found beheaded outside this room. Like,
I'm sure he's doing just fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. So
We'll find out. Let's check in.
But he's like, hey man, if you want to chat about some more of this stuff, he said, I've been reading everything, and this guy's a nut when it comes to that stuff. He's been following.
Go to our expert in the
NTSB
field.
reports.
Our aviation
So,
expert, Travis Bully.
Yeah, so blowing a call to Trav and see.
Do you have to give him the disclaimer that we're live on the air?
Nah, he knows.
I know.
He'll figure it out.
Hey, buddy, you're on speakerphone.
Hello?
Trav.
Hey.
You poolside?
Yeah, where are you at? By the pool?
No, I'm at just sitting down at a restaurant. Enchiladas.
Are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding me?
get the
You're in
enchiladas.
Mexico and it's called enchiladas?
See if they can do it spicy, like somehow like a pepper.
Oh, he's ordering.
Sorry, let me step away where I can get quiet.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
take your time.
What's up, guys?
Hold on one sec, Trav. Earmuffs.
Okay.
Let's keep him on the phone long enough that his food is ice cold by the time it arrives at the table.
Wouldn't that be great? He walks back in, the food's there. Isn't that the best feeling when you walk back and your food's there?
We do a 3-hour comprehensive breakdown on everything aviation with Travis Bully, just so his food is ruined and his wife is furious.
So you're going with the spicy
No, you mean
enchiladas.
just call Jennifer at the same time?
Yeah, I'll just 3-way call Jennifer and ruin her dinner too. Are you still in Mexico, Trav?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. You're probably half in the bag right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. No, I'm good though. I'm better than are we in the air?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, you're live on the air.
Not technically. It's not going out till tomorrow, so you're fine.
No, it's live right now.
I'm better than I was the other night. Let's say that.
Last night. Yeah, not the other.
That
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
Yeah. You were
Was
fine.
it last night? Jesus.
You were fine last night, dude. You were great. You were great.
No, until I listened to the show, and I'm like, oh no, that's not right. And I'm like, Furioni's gonna be pissed. Ryan or our other pile of listeners gonna be like, dude, that guy's an idiot. What is he talking
Yeah,
about?
I think you said that you had to be 50 feet from clouds, and I think it was 1,000 feet.
500,
500
1,000. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's a check mark against you. We're going to note that in your permanent record, Travis. But
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I wanted to thank you. It was a tremendous help. Troy and I were about to go on the air and sound like real assholes who didn't know what we were talking about. And because today the news stories are all breaking down what you helped us do last night. So we were able to do this and have this discussion about, special visual flight rules and all that kind of stuff. And visual flight rules versus instrument flight rules.
Right.
We got the jump on all that. So that was very cool of you to help us with that. For context though, Trav, are you technically a pilot or are you just a nerd about this stuff?
I'm mostly a nerd. Officially, I'm mostly a nerd. I'm trying to find a quiet spot.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're at the titty bar down there.
Senior
There we go. I
Frost.
found it. I'm in a dark alley. God knows what's going to happen now.
Right. We can hear your murder live.
So no, not technically a pilot. Although I have several hours. So I trained for a long time, and long story long, I trained for a long time or quite a while, and basically had kids. And my flight instructor, who I'm great friends with, he flies a few of the local billionaires. Also had kids around that time, and so he stopped doing it, and I was like, I'll pick this up later, and I just haven't done it yet. So I have every intention to actually get back at it here very
Okay.
soon. But But
Okay.
you know me, I'm a nerd. I read a lot, and
Oh, yeah.
I read NTSB reports for fun. I know that sounds morbid, but
Yeah.
it is
No,
what it is. And so,
knowing you
yeah.
like we do, Travis, it's no surprise to me. You are very, very, you don't go into something and speak without being quite knowledgeable about it. That's why I would talk to you. But for full disclosure, on a talk show, I want people to know what your credentials are, what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's just so.
Yeah.
So I
And
wanted
we have some great listeners that are excellent pilots by all accounts, and know a hell of a lot more than I do. Yep, for sure.
Well, the thing with this Kobe Bryant story that I cannot get my head around is what in the hell were they doing in that chopper off the ground? That part doesn't take away whether this plane can technically fly in the fog and this pilot is rated so that he's allowed to pilot through those conditions. By all accounts, they grounded all the police choppers that morning.
Correct.
They wouldn't let anybody. Being in that airspace was a disaster at the time. Why the hell would
Yeah.
they have been up in that plane?
Well, you know, like we were talking before the show, I really think, and again, I read a lot of these reports, and I'm really morbidly into some of this stuff. And, you know, a lot of the community calls it get-there-itis, where basically it's like, I can do this, you know, I mean, I've flown this route a million times, and no problem, we can get there. We have GPS, so we know where we're at, et cetera, whatever the psychological reasons are that they build themselves up, and they don't even know they're doing it. So, for the record, in full respect of the recently deceased, you know, they thought they're not on a suicide mission, right? They thought 100% that they could get where they were going because they've done it forever. And maybe they ran into shit in the past where they ran into a rain shower or whatever, where they're like, yep, no problem. We can deal with this, Kobe. We got this. By the way, pure speculation, right? But
Sure.
I do have friends in the industry, and this does happen where, and by the way, not my flight, my buddy that has instructed me in the past, he fully admits that he hasn't really ever been in that situation. His owners are awesome, and hasn't
Nice
been pressured.
disclaimer.
That does happen. Yeah.
Well,
for the record.
Yeah, the disclaimer. No, but it's true. But
They rolled the dice and they lost.
But it does happen.
Well, the pilot,
does absolutely happen.
the pilot you're talking about is Era Zobayan, and obviously no one's going to be like, oh yeah, that guy was a shit pilot. I don't know what he was doing up there. You know, no one's going to be saying that right now, just out of pure respect. But listening to other helicopter pilots talk about this guy and saying this is one of the most professional, calm, clear-headed, doesn't do stupid shit pilots we know, and being a
Not
helicopter.
surprising.
Being a helicopter pilot, as arrogant and cocky as most of us are, he was not. and
Right.
and that's what some of them are saying. These are friends, these are coworkers, you know. So it just seems like if that's the case, it leads you to believe that Kobe Bryant's daughter wasn't saying we got to get to practice. But if Kobe, you know, get there-itis, I think you guys call it, pilots call it. We got to get there. We got to get there.
Yeah, right. I mean, and by the way, pilots are very cerebral. They're very smart people, and they want to please, and you know, and so there's that element of it too, where they want to get there. They want to serve the people that are paying their check, and hey, if you can't do it, you can't do it, I'll find someone that can, kind of a thing. Right? We're speculating it, you know, and who knows what really went down in the guy's head and what went down before the flight, but.
Well, it sounds like,
I
can understand that the hero worship, celebrity worship world we live in.
Yeah.
Guys like Kobe,
Yeah.
especially at a level like a Kobe Bryant, a Tiger Woods, you know, a LeBron James. These guys are not told no on any level ever, ever, ever. And so,
Right.
if Kobe wants to get there, I can see that being tremendous pressure on a pilot. He's got multiple kids, multiple parents. They're going to be late for a basketball tournament that Kobe's putting on. You know, and
like any profession, right? You want to do a good job at what you're doing, right?
Right.
So the poor guy made a bed. I assume what's going to happen in the NTSB reports and the preliminary reports that'll come out, you know, in the next few weeks will more than likely show that side of it. And there's there's contributing factors to most of these things. So obviously it'll be assuming our speculations are correct and it comes down to pilot error, that'll be the primary cause of the accident. But they'll have contributing factors like weather, and who knows, maybe there was a mechanical failure or they had an instrumentation failure or something like that in there that even piled on to the workload of that pilot at that time.
Trav,
we won't know. We will know, but we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So,
hey, is the guy talking there?
You're good. You're good.
All right. Hey, would a helicopter like that have a black box? Like like a plane, like a
You know,
normal
I was going to
commercial
look at
plane
that
stuff?
earlier. I don't know much about the Sikorsky's.
It does.
I honestly
The
don't.
Sikorsky does have a
I
black
bet
box.
it does.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very expensive, very complex helicopter. It's not your Bell that you'll see at like Metatol in Detroit or like a small airport where you're learning how to fly, helicopters. This thing's the real deal.
It should have one of those.
It's a badass helicopter.
Should have one of those parachutes like Ryan's plane does.
I know, right?
They'd still be
Those
here
things
today
are
if they would have
awesome.
spent the
Hey,
extra.
Ryan, if you're listening, you owe me a flight in that thing, damn it.
I know. I still haven't gone up in it. T-Roy has.
Yeah, well.
Christ's sakes.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So audio captured from liveatc.net. I'm sure you're familiar with that. That probably monitors all the flights. This is what Mike Clark would jack off to every day.
Yeah.
Every time I flew, I was like, we're going on vacation. I'd fly out west. Clark wanted to know the airline I was on and the flight number, and he would watch my flight all afternoon as it flew across the country. And he'd text me.
It's fun. I do it all the time.
He'd text me when I'd land. Hey, I see you landed safely. And I was like, "You fucking dork." But this pilot, Era Zobayan, it reveals in this audio that he requested to fly under SVFR, which is special visual flight rules.
Correct.
So we talked last night about visual flight rules, VFR, and instrument flight rules, and the differences between those. What is special visual flight rules, and how does that affect the decisions that would have been made?
Yeah, I haven't read super deeply into this particular situation, but from what I understand, he was asked to fly under a certain altitude because
2,500
of the
feet.
fog, right? Or he was advised,
Yes.
to fly under a certain altitude
And
I'm
follow
sure
the
what-
I-5.
like,
Yeah.
The
Correct.
highway.
Yeah,
Stay along the
follow the
highway
expressway.
and stay under 2,500 feet. That was, I heard
right.
the...
So you guys were talking. Sorry, Troy. I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
No, it was just saying, I heard the recording of it, his interaction with the tower, and they were telling him he had to be below
Yeah,
2,500
eerie,
feet
wasn't
and
it?
follow the I-5, basically take the freeway in the air.
Yeah. So so there's flag number one, right? They're asking him or advising him rather to fly in that mode. The situation, from what I can tell, again from the little that I've read or the bit I've read here today, was that so to address, because I just listened to the show here a little while ago, and you can take off anytime you want, right? They probably flew from his home,
Yeah.
or wherever it was. Legally, he shouldn't have, probably, because he was probably under VFR minimums, meaning you shouldn't fly in those, or you can't fly in those conditions legally. But there's nothing stop. It's not like ATC is going to say don't do that, right? In fact, you don't even have to talk to ATC when you're taking off from a. You should, but you don't have to, right? And so he probably knew he was going to fly VFR. He probably got up, he talked, and got an SVFR, clearance. He asked for flight following at some point, I think. Meaning, what flight following is, it's kind of a hybrid between, again, love to my actual pilot listeners out there that really know what they're talking about, not me. But basically, what flight following is, it's a hybrid between IFR and VFR, saying, hey, I'm in VFR rule. I'm going to follow VFR rules. The separation and all that kind of stuff that you have to do. I'm going to stay out of control.
But keep an eye on me. Keep an eye on my location.
Yes, but what they'll do is you can radio to your traffic control and say, hey, I want flight following. I want you to keep an eye on me. I want you to help me basically get to wherever I need to go. And you'll tell them where your destination is or your area that you're going to, if you're just going to go take pictures or whatever, and say, hey, I want to do flight following. And they'll give you a special code that your airplane or helicopter will basically squawk out every now and then and says, this is me, I'm at such and such altitude, I'm, at such and such airspeed, and actually it's a little more complex than that. But the general idea is that you'll have radar contact with them and they'll see you on their scope while you're doing whatever, flying around. You could be flying in circles, doesn't matter, they'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah, that was the
He requested that.
That was their last transmission, was that he was still too low to get
Get on the radar.
to get their
Correct.
yes, that was their
So-
last
so when you're in that
transmission,
terrain-
and they think that it was moments later that they crashed.
So
When you're in that terrain and when you're at that altitude, there's no way radar, or very unlikely that radar is going to see you. Yeah.
So when you're talking about visual flight rules as a distinction versus instrument flight rules, so visual, there's some rules involved. You need to be able to see the ground. You need to be able to see a certain distance out. You need to be a certain distance from clouds. If you're in IVR, okay, where you've got the instrument is taking over. You can go through clouds, and this particular chopper was capable of flying through clouds. This guy had the credentials to be able to do that. But so it seems like it's a no-brainer to the layperson. You go, well, why wouldn't you just do the instrument one? That sounds way easier. Why rely on visual? Well, it turns out if you're going to rely on the instrument, that connects you immediately to the tower, and the rules become a lot more complicated. Do I have that right?
Yes, basically you have to have a flight plan, which you can file while you're in flight if you need to. You can go through all that. But if they don't have radar contact and you haven't planned this ahead of time, to me, again, speculation. The poor people are no longer with us, so who knows what really happened.
Yeah.
But to me, it sounded like the guy was backpedaling really fast. Like, oh shit, I don't know where I'm at. I've lost sight of the I-5 or whatever road he was trying to follow, and he's pilotage, so he was losing his visual reference to the ground and where he was at.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had GPS. So there's a lot of variables out there still, and a lot of questions that haven't been answered yet. Like, look at your GPS.
So here's
there's a mountain. Don't hit the mountain, right? But so there's other things that were happening here.
So Trav, they were told to follow the 101 and then the 5, and then there was this weird time where they circled for 11 minutes because they couldn't land at the Burbank airport. They couldn't get clearance. Yeah. Like, you're clear to come in now. It's your window. So from what I understand, if you're doing visual flight rules where you're in charge, you're basically calling the shots. If you've got instrument visual rules and are dealing with the tower, now they don't give a shit who you are. They don't care that you're Kobe Bryant. You wait in line and they will tell you when you're cleared to land. Yeah. And that can be the difference in a 15-minute flight and an hour-and-a-half flight. And so, and with all the congestion and flights coming into LA airports, it could be a long time. So pilots don't want to have to, if they can do visual, they want to do it themselves. Now, why would, what I don't understand, I understand the logic there, but I don't understand why, if you're flying a plane and you can visually see the ground, why do I get to go, okay, I'm just coming in and landing now, versus
I don't think you do.
Waiting in line.
I don't think you have that right.
I mean, legally you can't. I don't know Burbank Airport, but I assume it's a controlled airport, meaning you can't just park it, right? You can't just fly in and park it.
You got to get
clearance. All bets are off.
You need the approach plates. You need to follow the approach plates. These diagrams.
Right. There's a set of instructions basically that the pilot has to follow to fly in, but in those airports, especially in IFR conditions, you're definitely talking to a tower, and they're sequencing you in with other aircraft and prioritizing them, how they prioritize them, et cetera. So, whatever hold pattern, either the airport put him in a hold pattern and he couldn't do that, he couldn't execute that, or made a mistake somehow, or he did his own hold pattern where he's like, okay, I'm just going to go out here and wait, kind of a thing.
It's a helicopter.
I don't know yet.
Can't you just fucking stay still?
Vacation, haven't read a lot of it yet, but what's that?
It's a helicopter. Can't you just stay still? Like a plane, you got to keep moving. You got to go in fucking circles. I get it. But literally a helicopter, can't you just stop and wait?
Sure, they can sit there and hover. But there is a pattern. Yeah, but there's usually a pattern that, depending on how busy the airspace is, they'll put them in a pattern of some sort to keep everyone sorted and spaced out. Yeah.
Rectangular, seriously, rectangular. If you're coming in like that by yourself,
it's like an oval, yeah.
Yeah, you come in and
it's hard to make a 90-degree turn, but
yeah. But if you're going by them and they go, well, get in line, asshole. All right, Kobe Bryant, LeBron's ahead of you, and then 10 other flights. So hold where you are. You have to also start 20 miles out from the airport. So if they're 6 miles out from the airport, now they got to turn around back into shit.
Get back in that line.
Go back in line, and now they're stuck waiting. That could take them an hour plus. And so, yeah, it's a weird story. And go back, dude. I didn't mean to ruin your dinner. We're about to do that. So go eat your enchiladas.
Yeah,
I hope they're spicy enough, Trav. And we'll talk more about this. When are you going to be home, by the way?
I get home. I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
We'll see.
Can you come by this week?
The idea of spending. We'll see.
I was hoping you could come by this week, one day.
Yeah, I'll definitely. It's on my list. Yep.
Okay.
And again, a full respect to our listeners out there that are pilots that know way more than I do.
Bashing you.
The nerd.
Travis always doubts his credentials. You're just fine, buddy.
I can't. I'm humble. I'm sorry.
I know you are. I appreciate the time. I know you were with your family in Mexico. I actually thought you were home already. I probably wouldn't have bothered you. Hold on.
No worries.
He's got one more.
Happy to talk to you.
Trav, I got one more question before you go. Well, as long as you're wildly speculating about things you're horribly unqualified for. So if this pilot went against suggestion or whatever the FAA said, no, don't fly, don't, whatever. I know he got a special variance to get to go, whatever.
Or if he was pressured by Kobe.
Whatever. Does that open it up for, like, lawsuit? I know you're not a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm just
Wrongful
but
death,
that
negligent.
like
Yeah,
negligent
yeah.
and that kind of stuff,
Could,
right? Wouldn't
and
you
life
think?
insurance gets ugly, and it
Right.
does. I mean, I'm not an expert there, but
No, I get
but yeah,
it. It's,
I mean,
it's Kobe's plane,
gets-
his pilot,
it gets stupid,
or
yeah.
helicopter, and all that. That was
Yeah,
part
this
of
is where
our.
you need to call Cullen or someone. They'll tell you about because
Yeah.
more than likely
Yeah.
he has states, right? Like he has assets that can't be touched by a lawsuit
Sure.
coming out of something like this, right?
He's got what?
But
Assets.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, or he'll have state, or he'll have protection set up where it's, they
He's
just won't be able to touch
incorporated.
some of that stuff. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were just
But,
curious of where it goes from
but yeah,
here. If
yeah,
it
that-
gets proved that
unfortunately, and
they
it
shouldn't have
won't be-
flown and they did.
Yeah, no, I mean, by
right.
all accounts,
but
when you-
it won't be, it won't be the, the passenger's family or whatever suing. It'll be their insurance company, right? It gets pretty interesting. So.
okay.
Maybe we'll see.
All right, Travis, thank you so much for the time, buddy. Say hi to Jennifer and tell her
sure.
we're sorry.
Enjoy those spicy
We'll see you
enchiladas.
this week.
Yeah,
They're cold now, damn it.
I know they
That
are.
was the plan.
I'm joking. No, it's fine.
All right, Trav. Have a good one, buddy.
See you guys. Good show.
Thanks, man. Bye. Yeah, the more I think about it, T, when you're talking about negligent death, not homicide, but a wrongful death suit, a death that shouldn't have happened,
Yeah.
a death that was avoidable.
You're responsible for.
I mean,
in one way or another, I believe you got to open it up to that, and especially when you're
Yeah.
talking about Kobe. We were saying he's got that fuck you money, man.
Yeah, and I don't know, when you're talking, like, we're protected here from lawsuits as a LLC.
I mean,
in
to
part,
a
in
degree,
part,
yes, but
not fully. But you can't just
Yeah,
trip and
not
fall
gonna-
and clean everything out.
yeah,
of the
you're
business.
not going to get bankrupt,
Right.
personally for it too. That's the
So-
level of protection.
So I don't know what Kobe would have, but when you're talking about, and that's a real term. I know it sounds silly, but Travis mentioned it to us yesterday, and I've read about it. This get-there-itis,
Yeah.
is a real thing, and it's a feeling. It's like, and Travis compared it to the feeling when you leave a bar going, I'm okay to drive. I've had a few, but I'm okay to drive. And we all know that feeling like, yeah, I'm good enough.
Yeah.
And maybe you're just off balance enough. And, so if Kobe, and I keep saying Kobe and it's irresponsible speculation, I understand that. But for the sake of discussion, Kobe would have been the one going, yo, bro, these girls need to get there to this tournament, and let's just fucking go. We've flown this 10,000 times. It's just over the hill. We know exactly where we're going.
I know the pilot wasn't like, "Wow, come on, I could make it." And Kobe's like, "No, I don't know, man. It's pretty
Yeah.
foggy. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think
we
we should
don't.
risk it." And he's like, "Come on, I got this, man. I can do this."
Yeah, we don't.
So yeah, see, you could
Yeah.
be way off base.
So, anyways, there's a lot to this, and I hope we're not boring the shit out of people. I have fear. Are we boring the crap out of you with some of this stuff?
Oh, you're still here?
I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. I'm not as interested as you are, but whatever.
Well, we
But
lost.
I understand that it's a show, and
He's still got
what it
that
is.
body high.
Yeah, maybe. It's funny. Like we're starting. I didn't know Kobe Bryant took a fucking helicopter everywhere he went, and it's kind of cool. Like video is surfacing. There's a couple videos that came out of him, like talking to his daughter about basketball at a Hawks game or something, and
Yeah.
people are loving that.
He was very involved, coach, and had his own whole thing going. He was very involved in there.
Oh, yeah. And another video resurfaced yesterday from an interview he did, and they explaining why he decided to fly private on a helicopter. And he said Kobe explained traffic started getting really, really bad. And I was sitting in traffic, and I wound up missing a school play because I was sitting in traffic. I had to figure out a way where I could still train and focus on the craft, but still not compromise family time. So that's when I looked into helicopters and being able to get down and back in 15 minutes. And so my routine was always the same. Weights early in the morning, kids to school, fly down, practice like crazy, do my extra work, media, fly back, get back in the carpool lane and pick the kids up. You have road trips and times where you don't see your kids every chance, or you don't see your kids. So every chance I get to see them and spend time with them, I want to.
Sure.
And,
I respect that.
any parent can understand that and respect that. And, and he can certainly afford it. But I just, there's certain risks you just don't take in life. And I've gone, my buddy, I mentioned Ben Carter, he's a pilot. And there are times when I have driven to the airport and met Ben and he's called off the flight. It's too windy.
Yeah.
It's too windy up there. Like, and I would never. I'm not Kobe Bryant, obviously.
I'm gonna question it, right?
You get there.
I think you could make it.
And-
It's not too bad.
I was like, really, dude? I just fucking drove all the way. We're supposed to go to fucking up north for lunch, man. What's going on? I don't see shit.
I think we're
Trees are hardly
good.
even fucking waving.
Throwing little pieces of grass in the air. No. I think we're fine.
But he's called it off in the moment, like, dude. And you just give way to that guy's expertise and knowledge. Of
course.
And, that's just the way it is. But I get it. Kobe Bryant wants to take the shot when it's the hardest and the most clutch. And this pilot probably,
Yeah.
come on, bro, you got this shit.
I'm that pilot.
Point fucking 6 on the clock. Come on, dog, you can drain this 3.
Yeah.
And not everyone's Kobe. So I don't know. People are doing that thing where it's like, it's likely not engine failure, but we don't know. No, I'm telling you, it's not engine failure.
You don't know.
I do know. And the more pilots you hear from, they go, it just doesn't happen on these things. These things, this is purely flying in terrible conditions and not being able to handle those conditions and getting stuck in a shitty spot. This is not engine failure with this chopper. And I believe that.
I'm not so sure, only for the fact that it is such a nice plane. All the sensors and radars and whatever the hell they have going on that's going to say, hey, watch out, Dick, there's a mountain right here, I would imagine, are in place. So I don't think it's beyond the world of speculation to think that there was some sort of mechanical failure, instrument failure, engine failure, whatever
Listen,
it was.
I respect your opinion. I love your opinion.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
Hell yeah.
I knuckle bump you every day. I'll do it right now.
Boom.
Kurt Dietz is a pilot who used to fly Kobe Bryant in this helicopter.
Well, if he was any good, he still would. Just for the record, Mr. Dietz.
Well, Mr. Dietz is alive. He said the crash was likely caused by bad weather more than engine or mechanical issues. The likelihood of a catastrophic twin-engine failure on that aircraft, it just doesn't happen. Now, I don't mean to, look, you clearly know your shit about aviation. And this,
as well as
this sort of
Travis
bird.
was qualified as he is.
Right. It sounds like they did not want to be stuck in a holding pattern for an hour.
I believe it, but that doesn't mean they run into a mountain.
It does mean you don't get to live.
Apparently.
Yeah. And pilots are saying that. Here's the difference between the two fucking things. One, you get to live.
Well, that's true.
It sucks. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Unfortunately, it could be a year before we get the full-scale NTSB report. They said it could be 3 days before they recover the bodies, the medical examiner in L.A. I mean, you're talking about a terrain that they can't even get there. Yeah. Like, it's hard to get. They had to rappel down. Ironically, other helicopters went, and they had to rappel down just to get that.
They were probably VFR, though.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, IFR, sorry.
Yeah, or the fog lifted.
Something.
In the Calabasas Mountains. Yeah, it's too bad. Go ahead.
You know what they should have done? They should have called Bill Ogden.
Sure.
Yeah. If you're in a traumatic accident or injury, you don't call the billboard attorneys. What you need is a proven, experienced legal advocate who supports your needs from beginning to end. Ogden Legal Triage will negotiate with the best personal injury attorneys, find you the right firm for your needs, and save you money at no cost to you. With more than 20 years of experience, Ogden Legal Triage has access to top personal attorneys who don't need to advertise and who are tops in their field. Take the worry and legwork out of your search. If you've been in a traumatic accident or suffered a severe injury, call Ogden Legal Triage at DetroitFirstCall.com.
Wow, that voice. Gotta love that voice.
Pipes.
The other thing that is interesting, we're gonna see all the tributes to Kobe. The Hall of Fame, he'll go into the Hall of Fame class 2020, and they have waived the ceremonial vote for him, as if he wasn't going to get in first ballot.
Yeah.
But they've waived that for him. I believe it was Mark Cuban has retired the number 24. My guess is probably at some point, because there's been tossed around that idea.
Not the 8, huh? You went for the 24?
Yeah.
Everybody's just doing the 24?
Nationwide? I don't think the league should retire his numbers.
I don't know, dude. The league
Seriously,
might
at
retire
all.
his number.
They shouldn't.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying
That's
is the
dumb.
8 is pre-rape. That's all I'm saying. If I had to pick one, I would go with the 8.
Was the 8 was first, and then
Well, I guess technically he was 8 when he did it, but then when he came back, he was 24.
yeah,
so
but he was in the middle of surgery when he did the rape thing.
Well, yeah, but He was still 8 when it happened, but he was 24 when
Yeah.
he came back. So I guess I don't know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Whatever you think.
Why do you feel
Michael
so
Jordan's
strong?
number isn't retired overall. Like,
Yeah,
no,
but Michael
crossed
Jordan didn't die in a plane crash.
cares. Dude, who's this shit?
Jackie Robinson, do you think his number should
Yeah,
have
of
been
course.
retired? Number 45, yeah. Of
course.
League wide.
Any very big thing, and like that was a thing that was, that was a large social thing.
Broke
a
color,
change in sports.
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
not saying that I don't agree. I absolutely think his number should have been retired.
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson. But, obviously it's already retired, both numbers in LA.
Right.
So you would be like, ugh. If
Yeah,
league wide
absolutely.
they
They retired both in LA? 8 and 24 are retired?
Yes, they're both in the rafters.
Well, they're in the rafters. Doesn't mean they're retired.
I think that's exactly what that means. You can't wear Kareem's number or Magic's number. Yeah, I think that's when they put your name and
Yeah.
number in the rafters, it's
Is it?
retired.
That's when it's retired? All right,
That's
my
what
bad.
it is. It's saying that player.
That one's
Signifies
gone.
that guy's number is
Yeah,
done.
you can't wear 4 again as a Piston. Yada yada.
Can't wear Vinnie Johnson's number.
I know, right?
The best one.
The microwave.
He's a sixth man. We have a sixth man whose number is retired.
I don't think Vinny's is honestly. I don't think Vinny's as bad as the fact that Rip and Chauncey are in there. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. At least he won 2 championships and was does have this shot and stuff.
Sure, I mean, he
those
didn't-
guys won 1.
Well, yeah, so did
Yeah,
did Buddha. Is his number retired?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Vinny didn't even start. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. He didn't even start.
Well, a lot of people just the dominoes fall. It's like, well, if you're going to put the microwaves number in the rafters, you've got to put Chauncey and Rip in there and
Sure.
everyone else. But
Kelly
know,
Tripucka?
I loved Kelly Tripucka.
Sure.
Man. Him and Steve Kemp, for whatever reason. Steve Kemp, number 7 for the Tigers, first baseman. Did you ever see Kobe play live?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah?
must
I'm
have.
sure, or?
I must have.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, that's a weird answer.
It's kind of a weird answer.
Did you?
Yeah, I
I don't go to
think.
games
No,
when
it's
they
not.
play.
I went to a lot of games. I've gone to a shitload
You
of
don't-
Piston games in my life. I don't
You don't
remember.
remember seeing Kobe?
I'm not a Kobe fan at all, so I honestly would have never have seen it as a special thing. I would not have I had that.
Did you go to those playoff games?
I didn't go. I didn't.
The 5-game sweep.
No, I didn't get to go to that. I went to the next year's every
Yeah.
playoff game that the year they lost. But
Like I saw Jordan once. Saw Jordan play in the Silverdome once against the Pistons, and he had an off night. He scored 18 points.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I remember that. I was a kid, and you couldn't be more excited to see Michael Jordan in person.
That's why you remember it.
Yeah, and he scored 18 points. Kobe, I saw him numerous times. Mostly, I would go in the playoffs. So when that series, did he hit the shot?
Yeah, you hit that like the half quarter to make the 5-game sweep.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah, game 4
Yeah.
when they
Game
all,
4.
all but won it, and they were up 2 with
Game
point.
2.
What? Oh, was it 2?
the only one they lost was game.
Oh,
2
I was
at-
thinking it was 4. That was,
at
but either way,
Carolina.
yeah. But
And that was at
the
home.
one,
Yeah.
And they hit that, but they got their ass kicked the rest of it. So
I
the
remember,
5-game sweep,
I remember
yeah.
thinking, you had him, you fucking had him, and you let him get this game. It's fucking over. I mean, like,
For sure.
I mean, I remember feeling
Yeah.
that way.
It
like,
was- and
it's
you're-
over.
I get it now, yeah, because
Fans
it
are
was
the worst.
game 2,
Right.
and
'Cause that
you
was
felt that
2-3-2,
kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Niners, I follow a lot of the Niners. Obviously, big Niners fan, and they're in the Super Bowl, which
You
is
are?
getting tons of coverage right now in the press.
I didn't even know there was a Super Bowl.
Yeah, is there a Super Bowl this week? Did they cancel that? I know they postponed the Clippers-Lakers game tomorrow.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
tickets
they
were
were-
selling for like $1,000 each.
I
and
didn't hear they postponed
They
it.
postponed it, yeah. So, in honor, obviously.
Yeah, but
I watched the
still have gameplay.
Niners.
It's not like he was on the team.
No, I know, but everyone's crying. They're
Well, you said
sad.
Clippers and Lakers though.
Yeah,
Clippers,
in the Staples
Lakers.
Center. I get
Yeah,
it. They didn't
Staples
cancel the
Center.
fucking Emmys or Grammys. I mean,
They didn't cancel shit.
no, but they're canceling that game.
Not canceling.
Oh,
they're
postponing it.
it. Yeah, they had said, excuse me, the Lakers were off for 2 days after that Philly game where LeBron passed Kobe on
Yeah.
the points list, all-time points list. They said they had the next 2 days off, and then next game would be at the Staples Center against the Clippers, and it was like, holy shit, LA versus LA in the house that Kobe built, and tickets were going through the roof. And it's like, you're not going to see Kobe.
I could see if it was like the day of his funeral or something, maybe
Yeah.
take it off so everybody could go to that and not have to do
But
a
no.
game. But I don't think his funeral's coming anytime real soon. We got him yet, right?
So I can't remember where I was going with my point.
I mean,
but-
we were just talking about whether the number should be retired originally, and I would say basically hell no. personally,
yeah, but emotion takes over, E, and I think it's an emotional thing, and you get a lot of fan support to do it. You see the outpouring of people. The thing that's interesting to me about this, and first off, it always happens, and they're trying. I can see the way the media is doing. They're trying to fix this. Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and then it's Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna or Gigi, passed away, and 7 others. It's like you're showing that you don't really give a shit about the 7 others. You don't want to mention the baseball coach. That's the closest you can come to is a JUCO basis, baseball coach. Junior college baseball coach, head coach with great success. People, hey, it's the Kobe Bryant, the JUCO system. Okay. Him and his daughter and this girl, they're trying to find stories in there. Well, this was Gigi's best friend and her mom, and they can't do it. And so you're getting, but I'm starting to see it now where they list Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and the names of all the others, like anyone. It's just that weird thing where the media's stuck there. And
so why does Gianna matter?
Because she's Kobe's daughter.
Oh,
and he
was there. They were his friends. You didn't watch her play. You're not a big fan of hers. You're not retiring her number.
How many times, dude? When they start
Just
reading,
saying, man, the double standard's fucked up.
Every September, it's Kobe's kid.
I get it.
Young kid that we've seen.
I saw a graphic on TV earlier today. Kobe and his daughter in like this big picture, and then like everybody else's like little picture around him. I was like, come on.
But
at least their picture was on there.
Do you care about those 7 other people? Do you
No,
really?
I don't care about Kobe.
I know, you're different.
No, I understand, but it's just whatever.
They're doing this whole thing though. These programs where it's like break down Kobe for 20 minutes, just blah 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 blah, and we want to acknowledge the 7 other victims. Cannot forget the families there that are devastated. It's like stop it. Stop it. Do not do this, media, where you pretend last second as you're throwing it to commercial and the music's playing underneath you like you give a fuck about any of these other people. Kobe Bryant died in a plane crash. His daughter makes the story even worse. And then random people.
And everybody else.
And the rest. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. But they're trying to make it appear that they're heartbroken and care, and it's insulting. I see right through it, and it bothers me. The other thing that bothers me is, and I know it's Twitter and social media, but Kobe Bryant did not have a perfect life. Nobody does. And, there were a lot of people that wanted to talk about the incident in 2003. And they're using words like, the casualty, the trouble in 2003, and the stumble in 2003, the issue, and then but 5 championships, came to the league at 17 years old, was in the All-Star game before he was 20, blah, blah, blah.
And one little hiccup in 03. Other than that, dude really, really killed it.
And people that have been sexually assaulted, women usually, right, have had a tremendously hard time. And you can imagine, I hate the word triggered or anything, but you can imagine how triggering it would be to somebody who has looked at Kobe Bryant and gone, yeah, great basketball player, but what about the fucking chick he ass raped in the hotel, in the whatever place?
Allegedly.
And what was done to that young girl afterwards? I mean, it was criminal how that girl was treated, and nobody gave a shit.
No.
You had a very unstable, pretty 19-year-old girl whose name was mentioned publicly when those were sealed court documents. Okay, when they went for DNA testing of her clothing and her body, that was sealed by a judge. And you know what? It's Kobe Bryant. That shit was leaked to 7 media outlets, including the LA Times, the New York Times, and that leak led to the medical examiner's opinion, not fact. Opinion was that chick fucked another guy 15 hours, but somewhere within 15 hours of being raped from Kobe. And so for the defense, that's a great piece of information that was a sealed document in court. So, you read stuff like that, it's like, hey, man, I loved watching Kobe as much as anyone, and I've had trouble watching some of the highlights today. I've watched a lot of them. He was fucking amazing on the court. No doubt about it.
Sure.
And I believe he was a changed man. after that incident in '03. He's been nothing but full on with his daughters and women's sports. There's nothing fake or fraudulent about it. The guy left church after getting communion with his daughter before he hopped on that flight that died within an hour. Okay, that's where he went from church to the fucking airport and then going to a women's basketball tournament that he was holding. So there's a lot you can get behind there. But when you see on Twitter sexual assault victims going, hey,
Speaking of getting behind.
when you see them making statements on Twitter going, this is kind of fucked up, man, blah, 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 and then people pounding on them. Fuck you. It's not even in the ground yet. And you're fucking, how dare you? This is a day of remembrance. And it's like, you know what?
Hey, everybody's got their own memories. Everybody remembers it a different way. You can honor them. Some people can hate them. It is what it is.
And you know what? Those sexual assault victims are probably reminded twice a day watching the news or
sure.
listening to our show about some poor person that's been, assaulted in some way, right? That happens plenty. And if hearing Kobe Bryant's name for 24 straight hours reminds you a little like, hey, he was more than just a 5-time fucking world champion. He also probably raped that chick. In fact, kind of admitted, yeah, I thought it was consent. She clearly didn't, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was his final statement on
Right.
that, by the way, before paying her.
Now I get it that, she really didn't want it. I thought she was just saying no, like playing around.
Nobody
but
says no
that
to me,
was-
man.
yeah,
Kobe
that was-
fucking Bryant.
Exactly.
Kidding me?
Nobody
And
said
so
no to me in 18 years.
the people trashing these girls online is not helping. There's a reason that 68% of those incidents go unreported historically. There's a reason. Because you do make a claim and people call you full of shit or your timing's not right or how dare you on this day of blah, blah. Well, you know what? She thought about it today and was a little insulted and brought it up and tweeted about it like, hey, let's not forget. And so I'm really getting tired of seeing people online jumping all over people who have been through something that traumatic. I mean, so I don't have kids, T, so it's easy for me to kind of go, whatever, get over it, shake it off, rub some dirt on it. You have 2 daughters.
I do.
You know what I mean?
Still, yeah.
Still. I mean, I imagine your opinion has changed through the years
Of course.
about, respecting women.
Very
and,
true.
you know.
Very true. Yeah, it does change. Time has changed. Life changes. Having kids change. Everything. There's it's just an evolution, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make it okay.
The people when they go we were gonna the league talked about canceling all the games after 9/11. All the football games were canceled that weekend
Yeah.
out of respect. The league was going to cancel the game, and they decided.
I don't know that it was respect as much as it was fear in a way
Yeah,
of
maybe.
having all those groups of people. In all honesty, in hindsight, they say that respect, but I think they just like nobody knew what was going on, and everybody was in such a terrified state of big groups of people. And
Did you want them to play on Sunday?
of course I did.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, we need
Sunday
this,
without
man.
football, and this sucks.
Yeah, and that's like opening week too, September 11th. My birthday's September 12th, and so it's usually week 1 or week 2 of the NFL season.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I look forward to my birthday is like, well, at least it signifies, growing up, it meant starting school again, which sucked, but it meant the start of football fucking
Yeah, that
season.
would be I wouldn't like that as a birthday. You're right.
Yeah, my brother's was June 17th.
I think summer would be
On the way
shitty too
out.
as a kid, honestly.
What's that?
I think summer would suck as a kid too, honestly. I just think
Wait, summer sucked as a kid?
No,
Summer
birthday.
birthday?
A summer birthday would suck,
Oh.
I think.
My
think,
brother's was June 17th, and it usually meant
like
it
that
was
would be
out.
it was
good,
like the
right.
week you were getting out of school.
Yeah, my daughter's June 19th. Same thing.
Yeah, and so it's like the last week of school, or you've only been out
Yeah,
a week.
that'd
Like
be
that's
fun.
awesome.
But like in July, I think as a kid that would kind of suck. I don't know.
You
Really?
You
Yeah,
still have
you have
friends.
weird
they'll,
stances.
They'll still come to your party just because they're not in school. Like, do you need to hand out
this
those
is a sensitive
invitations?
subject. See,
I
don't
think
go
that my thought
Oh, yeah,
process,
wait,
my
sorry.
thought process would be is like I try to like I think that like more like as a kid in summer you're already probably. I mean, if you have family situation, you're already kind of getting stuff. You have time off and this and that. Whereas if you have it kind of like mine was March, that was kind of in this middle time between Christmas and the end of school year. So it was this thing where I got some stuff.
It was a miles. It was a
Yeah,
mar. It was
I got some gifts
yeah.
randomly. Between
Sure, in the middle of yeah.
Whereas in the summer, you're kind of already out of school. You're doing things already.
Those people get fucked that have like a birthday on Christmas.
Yeah, that would.
Oh, Marshall is like December 24th,
Right?
26th.
Yeah, had sons
Fuck.
on Christmas,
Yeah, how do you, as a parent,
right?
like, just set a
we
couple
give
things aside, like,
yeah,
okay,
we give them Christmas presents
is
and
done.
birthday presents. And you know what's
Happy
even worse?
birthday to you.
What's even worse than that is
sucks,
the other
man.
kid that only gets Christmas presents.
Right.
But
You know, so
is it
you get
really?
to do that,
No,
and then you got to
no.
watch him open more shit too.
It's not
No,
though.
I
That's
don't think
bullshit. You're still
right.
getting your 30 fucking presents to unwrap.
And then
so this
in
kid
May,
gets
he's like,
32.
"Ah, fuck you. Here's mine."
It's 25 and 5 or whatever.
Yeah, dude. All you got is, if you just take your time. Like, I started to play the fucking slow roll game at Christmas, where it was like, no. My mom would be under the tree. Oh, here's one for you, Kristen. Oh, Santa brought this for you, Greg. And then me, and I just set it down and be like, no, go ahead. Let's see what you got. They'd open them. By the end, I'd have a pile of shit. Just like,
My turn.
step back, motherfuckers. It's go time.
Oh.
And then I just had the fucking room to myself.
All eyes on you, huh?
Yeah.
Started early.
But if you're one of those fucking, I gotta rip it open right now, kids, yeah, but there's a way to play the Christmas birthday thing if you're a sibling.
Sure.
And make it just fine. Just fine until the birthday cake part. But
Well, yeah.
everybody loves to do this, though. The point I was making with the canceling of the NFL games after 9/11 for that week, Brett Favre playing football during, after the day after his dad died on Monday Night Football, had that career day, 4 touchdowns, whatever. And it was like, my dad would have wanted, Irv Favre would have wanted that. It's what Kobe would have wanted. We were thinking about canceling the games, but it's what Kobe would have wanted. And people love to say that. And I always think, you sure about that? You sure about that? Because
Maybe an ego like that would have been like, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
you
take the day
motherfuckers
off,
better
motherfuckers."
not be playing.
I would much,
Shut that city down."
if I die and you guys do a show the next day, it's what Mike would have wanted. No, it's not.
Oh yeah, no, we're
It's
gonna do it. And we'll
not.
say it anyway.
Yeah. It's not what Mike would have
I
wanted.
would say it's what I want to do.
No, he lived.
Yeah,
he lived
no,
life to the
selfish-
fullest,
and
and
I
said,
respect that.
I would be like, dude, I want to do a show. Whatever, man. Not going to change shit.
"He's gone. Doesn't matter."
But don't you think if it's like the whole industry shut down because you died, and someone goes, nah, he would have wanted us to bullshit. Whoa, slow your roll, pal.
Put words in my mouth.
Yeah, I think it'd be way doper for Kobe to go, man, I passed away and those motherfuckers couldn't even play that day. Like, that's way cooler to me. You know what I mean? Instead of having guys like Sharpie your name on their shoes, or there was some pretty cool tributes
You were telling me that
they did. Yeah,
sounds pretty.
Did
Something.
you hear about any of those? E?
No, not really. I was kind of out of it all day today, so.
So you've got the 24-second shot clock, and then you've got also the 8-second backcourt violation, where you got 8 seconds to bring it across the court. And so you had the San Antonio Spurs and the Toronto Raptors, and I can't remember who wins the tip here, but go ahead, we can play it really quick. 24 significance is Kobe's number. 8 is Kobe's number.
They have decided that whoever wins the tip, and in this case Toronto, they are going to let the shot clock run out because of the number 24 to honor Kobe Bryant.
And the crowd finally is starting to figure out
Starting
what's
to figure
going
it
on.
out. Yeah, it's a long 24 seconds.
Yeah.
And the crowd recognizing what this means.
24-second violation. Probably
That's
Greg
pretty cool.
Popovich's idea.
Maybe.
And then on the flip,
Coming
San
back.
Antonio
These guys,
is going to take the 8-second backcourt violation.
For me in this situation.
Now they're chanting Kobe.
The NBA is planning or has
Obviously not the
canceled
backcourt
some of the games
violation.
this evening.
Yeah, it was a
No,
8
they went.
second.
They didn't take it yet. No, it's that you got to do something within 8 seconds. You got to pass the ball. You can't hold it or something weird like that.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. There were other teams that did this.
Oh, I was gonna say they're taking the 24 the other way. That's what they're doing. They're doing a shot clock violation back to
Okay,
back
so they both took 24 seconds.
Yeah.
Other teams did this,
with a backcourt violation.
and others violated the 8-second backcourt.
That's actually almost cooler, in honesty,
Yeah.
to do it so you get both that way,
Both in
whatever.
there.
But get pre and
Yeah.
post rape, but
Anyway,
dig it. All right, that's enough Kobe.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm Kobe'd out.
yeah. Well, it wasn't all about Kobe. There was a lot in there. There was a lot
I
of
know,
sexual
just-
assault angles in there. and
Sure.
I'm interested in the pilot shit because it just doesn't make sense.
Well, there's going to be more and more that comes out every day
Mm-hmm.
and for weeks probably.
I mean, you can pick the stories, T. What would
I'm
you like to do?
No,
What
I'm
would
putting
you- You want to talk about Penis Man?
More than you could possibly
All right,
imagine.
I'll give you Penis Man. We
Penis
wouldn't even
Man?
go coronavirus or whatever.
The Kung Flu?
The Kung-
I love it. That is so great.
Dope name.
Come on, the Kung Flu? You got to at least appreciate that.
I saw a fucking, I saw a fucking restaurant today that was like, it was literally Hung Dong. And it's like really,
Where is this place?
Grand Rapids or something.
Did you try
but
it?
No, I was just driving.
What
by,
if you
and
went in
like-
there and ordered and the guy just whipped his dick out and went,
and-
I'm
I'm like, they're just being dicks to us because they know we're gonna laugh at this,
Yeah.
but they can say it because it's some Chinese thing or something. It was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Hung Dong.
Yeah,
I get it. I get
hung
what you're
and dong.
Yes, we all get what you're doing.
Maybe that means like
sir.
large portions in Chinese.
Yeah, maybe
you don't
that's
know,
what it
in
meant.
Mandarin.
I don't know what it means, but yeah, Hung Dong. It's,
Wow.
I mean,
I get the irony.
Right. True, for sure.
it's stereotyping, T.
What?
It's,
No. What?
It's stereotyping, and, we're trying to,
No, it's actually not a stereotype. When you read the studies, they do have that. Asian men that usually come up in the shorter end of the penis stick. So.
Yeah,
No
penis
pun
stick,
intended.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and they, there are certain, we won't call them countries, but
they're
continents.
they're smarter,
that
though.
have bigger dongs
Well,
than most.
exactly. There's only so much they can go around. There's 100% total, and it's got to be divvied up, in a lot of different
Yeah.
ways.
I think they bitch about that though a little bit. Like, this is bullshit. We do not have tiny dongs. We have hung dongs.
I mean, I've seen studies. I mean, who knows who the studies
And those are
by.
probably the dumb ones.
Yeah.
Why are you watching? Why are you reading penis-sized studies? I mean, I would be too. They're
I mean,
interesting, but
it will just, I don't know, websites I look at, just things pop up, and
Sure.
that'll be something that will be done.
It's okay. See, I'm average.
yeah, I just want to keep finding out I fall in somewhere in there.
Right?
The fatter I get, the worse it gets. Though it's like
It's harder it is to see.
I've heard. People have said. Fine. You want to go with Penis Man? We'll go with Penis.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Man. Going to Arizona. For
I like
this
that
one.
there's a pics note on the bottom
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
thing.
it's a-
So,
yeah.
can't wait.
Well, it's cool because it's not actual dicks. It's not like I'm going to show you a bunch of unclipped and clipped dongs.
Oh, damn it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I was
yeah,
so
check out
looking
this
forward to
guy.
that.
It's fucking. Oh, look at the veins on that guy. No, this is a graffiti tagger who's been arrested after spray painting "Penis Man" more than 40 times around the town in Arizona.
Writing penis man?
He's graffitiing.
I thought, not drawing dicks. It's not the penis master.
No, he's not the. He is the penis master, sort of. He's a dude. This guy's
The penis
evaded capture since November 2019, as he scrawled the words around the city of Tempe,
Wait.
Arizona,
How long?
since November of 2019.
It's not that impressive.
Well, dude,
For months. I mean,
they've
wait a
been
minute.
hunting you for 4 months, 3 months.
So what? You're one guy with a can of spray paint. You can't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm just saying. 4 months of not getting
try it.
arrested.
You try it, penis man.
I
Let's see
bet
how
you.
far-
I
yeah,
bet you I
probably
could go more than 4 months.
Well, he started to
Just
get
saying
a
that's
little,
not impressive. Let's not put
Well,
that.
the problem
on his
is, I mean,
fucking
the
resume.
problem is if you're gonna keep upping your stuff, the more you want
Which,
to do, it
well,
would be harder to.
You know,
not
you know
get
where he
caught.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where
Like,
he fucked
if
up.
your goal is just to get as many penis mans in anywhere, you could probably
Yeah.
go a year or maybe
Here's
more.
what you
but-
can't do if you're gonna
Wild speculation. E. Take it easy.
if you're going to try to be the penis man and spray paint penis man on whatever you can, there's creative ways to do it. What you cannot do is get into landmarks. You don't want to get into state
Oh
landmarks.
yeah, and they become very, very wanted. At that.
Now you become a problem. If you go to the Grand Canyon and start penis manning there,
Yeah.
you know you
I
don't
go
go to
put
the Alamo.
penis man on the Fist of Detroit, Joe Louis Fist. That's going to be a
People will
problem
care.
for me. Yeah,
You do it on the fucking side of a bridge on I-75.
sure, we overlook it.
You're one of 300,000 other assholes that have spray painted whatever.
So he got penis man on some real stuff, huh?
Yeah. He evaded capture since 2019. Not impressive to this room, apparently.
No.
He's a former Arizona State student, Dustin Schamer. He was caught in the act Thursday, January 23rd. He was caught red-handed by the Arizona State University Police. They called Tempe Police. Detectives revealed he was responsible for multiple graffiti incidents of Penis Man throughout the city of Tempe and across Arizona State University. In one of his social
Oh,
media
you're on a
posts,
campus. That's a different story. That limits your range. I'm
well,
just saying.
he spoke about on social media about how Penis Man was a protest against corrupt local government. Penis Man has been active since November when an early January news report made him a local celebrity. I mean, that's he got it there.
Start getting a little. Get your 15 minutes.
Penis Man fans Twitter page pops up.
Yeah.
Penis Man for president.
Sure.
Stuff is starting to go around. Presidential
disappointed I didn't
campaign
hear about
buttons
this.
were made.
I'd have been on his fan club.
The city's maintenance managers. Now, these are the guys that are responsible to go around and scrub. You know, if you write the N word on a garage, you know, on a
What did you call him?
the maintenance managers, city's maintenance managers.
Okay.
What?
No, that's okay.
They're the
those are-
graffiti removal
yeah,
team.
okay.
Yeah.
Maintenance managers.
Well, you know, come on. It's 2020, man. Come
I think
on.
that's
you
the
need,
guy-
You need to wake up. You
I
need
think
to
the
be a little
maintenance
more
manager
woke.
is the guy that goes, "Hey, go clean that fucking penis man off that bridge."
Maybe. Well, the managers were initially, they say, pretty lenient about the widespread tags as locations, the few tens of locations initially that Penis Man was showing up were nothing in comparison to the hundreds of thousands of cases of graffiti that are logged every year in Tempe. So the police had received no official complaint as well. So, you know, if the community's not bothered by Penis Man,
You're flying under the radar.
yeah, the cops are like, whatever, man. Call in a complaint about Penis Man tagging, and you know we'll open a case. But the tagging became a problem when local historical landmarks. Penis Man, you got to know better than this,
Well, he was up in his game, like he said.
Yeah.
He was all over that.
dude. He actually tagged Penis Man on the and I mean historic Hayden Flour Mill. And
No.
yeah,
No.
I'm not kidding.
Come on.
The Hayden Flour Mill was tagged.
It's my third favorite fucking flour mill.
What about the A landmark?
I don't know.
This
This
motherfucker tagged the A landmark.
balls on this guy.
Yeah. Do we have any pictures, E, of the Penis Man's work?
Is it at least cursive or
And then-
like in like cool Latin
I don't know.
letter?
That-
I
Oh,
mean, that's pretty dope, dude.
okay. I can dig that. All right. He's creative. I get it.
Now, he also, this is probably the worst one,
right.
the front door of Tempe's municipal building.
Like town hall.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
start getting in
They
the-
start. Yeah, they take that one a little personal. I
Government
think.
buildings, and all of a sudden there's
But you were absolutely right. Yeah, he was starting to. Oh, is that him? That's the penis man, slapping the bass.
Not to be confused with the Penis Master.
No. Obviously not the master. He got caught.
So on the side of a dumpster.
Okay, yeah, then let that one go. He's one of many. Penis them.
I don't.
So Penis Them was written.
Where's the other one I saw?
Someone else wrote that. The Penis Man did not write Penis Them. And so
Cheap knockoff.
So there was some hype on social media. There's some buzz. Someone else wrote Penis Them, and he responded, "Can't stop them from coming and coming and coming all over the place."
All right.
So I don't know what that's the A. That's the famous A,
At Arizona State.
probably.
Yeah.
And now it says Penis Man and Penis Man in between.
Across all the porta-johns. That's
Yeah.
nice. I like his style. I like that he's doing it different ways, at different places. He's
Look at that.
changing it up.
Every door, when you've got a row of porta johns,
Yeah.
every door has a different letter.
And
for Penis
I can
Man.
appreciate the space in between. He left one blank between penis and man to separate. It's not
Yeah.
penisman. It's not penisman.
It's not Penis Man
It's
at all.
penis man.
And
And that's a differentiation. And that's a really important thing to notice here. It's not penisman. It's penis man.
Yes.
Not
and
to be confused.
And he didn't do the thing where you get Penis Man, but you run out of room, and then man tails off down, and you have to put like MAN on the last stall.
Yeah, no, he did well.
He did his math. He figured out the equation that would work. He knew he could leave one blank
On
porta
either
john
end.
on either end,
And the one in the middle.
and he could fit the Penis Man in there without having it to be Penis Man, which is a great distinction, T.
It's well thought out,
Yeah.
for sure.
So,
Wish there could have been a way for him to use the A in penis man and have like penis MAN or something on there.
like for ASU, you mean? Or
Or the
like,
big A that he wrote penis man on, there is an A in penis man. So if there would have been a way for him to somehow incorporate that A into his man, that would have been legendary.
I'll be honest. I think he left some things on the table here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you Penis Man, I mean, look at that. The eye, you could definitely make a phallic shaped symbol. You can include a vein.
Very true. That is very
balls,
true. Yeah.
Clipped head, pubes. Whatever you could include a lot there to like. Oh, it's Penis Man, and there's a panus in there.
Yeah. Even the P for penis.
Yeah.
Started off with that and just have a panus man.
Well, I thought about that one. You'd either have an off-centered bulbous head that looked weird, or you're doing double balls up top, which might confuse some people. So I think you leave the P out of it.
Well, I think you could bend the shaft a little bit and lean it forward and put a nice big helmet on there and make it look like a P enough to understand. And I think a penis just
You're talking
lends
like
to
a
the
Bill Clinton. It's bent.
yes. Yeah.
Like if
Although
you
you
did
want
a
no, you don't
bitch-
want it to the left, you want it to the right.
Well, it'd have to go to the right because that's
Yeah.
the P.
Right.
Yeah.
Clinton was to the left, if I remember correctly. Last time I saw it, I think
Miss
it went
Paula
left.
Jones, what does Mr. Clinton's penis look? It's bent. That was her famous quote. I fucking went. It's bent. Curves to the left. It's the greatest quote ever.
But
It's
Penis Man
bent.
is so he's in jail. Is he arrested? He's
Yeah,
just
I don't
whatever.
know.
He
I don't know if
just
they
gotta-
throw you in jail and throw the key
Vandal-
away.
vandalism.
Yeah, he'll probably these city maintenance managers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these guys spend tremendous amounts of time, money, and energy.
And
Cleaning
cleaning products. Yeah.
dicks that are shooting fake lines of cum out of them. Like, imagine that's your gig. You're going out. Yeah, city manager Bill Mahalski. We're going to need you just off I-75. You're going to find a giant, what looks like a clipped cock on the side of the bridge. It appears to be coming with a nice vein and hairy balls. It's offending some drivers on northbound 75. We're going to need you to stop over there with a bucket of soapy water and get that taken care of. And Bill Mahalski's just out there. Fucking kids.
This guy, this son of a bitch, fucking Penis Man.
God damn it.
Again.
Why can't it be MS-13? No one gives a shit about MS-13 graffiti. But you throw a fake dick coming, and
Right.
now Mr. Mahalski's out there.
It's job security.
Yeah, but he gets home. He just wants to get home, maybe watch a little bit of the game, maybe go in, have a semi-warm dinner, kiss his daughter on the forehead, possibly bang his wife at the end of the night. And he walks in the door and he's met with the same thing he's met with every day. Honey, how was your day? And he's got the choice of explaining how he scrubbed a fucking cock off a painted cock off a bridge, or T's got to go somewhere.
I'm guessing the
Did he,
restroom.
did he just quit?
I gotta talk to my man about a horse.
What? Oh, he's got to talk to a man about a horse. Anyways, that'd be a tough job, E, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I
You
mean,
need some of that goof off for sure.
I remember. I mean, I've all done it, obviously, but I do remember one time that me and Burley and all that gang was at Cedar Point, and we made like it must have been 100 fucking foot dick, really deep too. Like we were like going like three.
In what?
Sand. Oh, sorry. I should have said we were staying at one of those hotels on Cedar Point, and so we went out there, the three of us, and like we were doing it like. One would go, then the other, and we would just get it.
So you could see it from
deep,
space.
Fucking, you could see it from the power tower. But we were. I know that. But when we were walking out the next morning, some pimply, young high school kids out there with a rake raking, and I just thought, I just couldn't help but laugh. Obviously, my ass off. But
So you guys went to Cedar Point, decided we're going to go on the beach.
yeah,
This is at night,
yeah, we did at night
under the cover of
yeah.
darkness. Smart move. And then you guys were going to use your feet.
Right.
It's pretty fucking great, by the way. I don't know if you've heard this, T.
Look,
Him and his buddies went to Cedar Point under the cover of night. Went
we were
out to
camping at a hotel, one of the hotels on the point, so you get the beach right there.
the beach.
Wait, did you say you were camping at a hotel?
Or sorry, not camping, staying, whatever.
okay.
You can
And they-
camp at Cedar Point,
confused
but
there.
actually, but
Yep, camping at a
Irrelevant.
hotel
no, but I
is
did
weird.
not mean staying at a hotel.
So they go out to the beach, cover of darkness, and him and his three friends spend hours digging trenches, making a Humgoris-sized dick
Oh,
in the
all right.
sand. I mean, what kind of detail did you guys include?
It wasn't very detailed. It was more the size I think that we thought would be.
I mean, you gave it a helmet line, right? You clipped it.
Yeah.
Did you give it a vein or anything? Or
No,
balls?
it was just but I mean, the detail was not very good. But I think the more
But it was proportionate.
it was, dude. I told him I think it might have been like 100 feet, or something. Like we like.
He said you could see it from the power tower.
Yeah, I remember going in the power tower and we could
That's
still,
awesome.
We could still see it.
That's
So-
fantastic.
So it was more about just trying to we just spent time
Digging
one
deep.
after another with our heel just
Yeah.
deep digging it in there. So
Yeah.
that was more. We didn't go for as much as the artistic. It's just the largeness.
Yeah, so you could see
of
it from space.
right?
Yeah.
And then I was telling him we're walking out to go in the next morning and some kids there with a rake trying to
Trying to clean it up.
And I felt bad. I mean, you laugh and it's fucking hilarious. But
Aren't you proud of that
But I'm
incident,
also
though?
proud of it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's
Oh,
fucking,
yeah, that definitely
And
would be
even
proud of
that
that,
kid-
for
even
sure.
For that kid, in reality, that's probably better than just standing.
He's still
at
telling
the
that
fucking-
story.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
my
I
God.
want to stop the show right now.
Oh, shit.
And just take a minute to acknowledge to all the ladies listening.
Oh, the ladies.
To all the ladies. I don't know if I got any of my music. To all the ladies out there. Hell yeah. To all the ladies out there listening right now, might be going, why you motherfuckers at your age think this shit is fucking hilarious when 3 assholes go out and dig trenches in the shape of a dick? You children need to grow the fuck up. But the fact is, ladies, that is the difference between men and women. At no time in the history of mankind have 3 women gone out in the middle of the night and dug a fucking labia out of a beach and then jumped on the power tower to brag and laugh about it later. It never happened. But I don't care what man on planet Earth you talk to, whether he be 5, he be 25, or he be 95, he gonna find few things funny. Digging, drawing dicks anywhere, farts. I don't know what else.
Fair. That was good times. Way to kill it.
It's the truth, though, man. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
ladies. It's just, I know you're going, there's so many women, like, I'll tell a story about our past, and some chick will be like, ugh, why is that funny? I'm like, bye. I don't know. It just is.
For sure.
See the
just
story
It's the
is.
same reason why, I mean, I think I told this not too recently ago, but it's the same reason, like I said, like, on the Raptor, you know, they would do the photos, and then for a while they started doing videos where you could order a DVD, and they would, you know, but they'd still give you the 10-second sample where you could be like, oh, that's what I look like. So I wanted to do the dick sucking thing, but I
you
didn't know
did.
which 10 seconds would be the sample, so I did it
did
for the
the whole
entire
ride.
30 seconds.
Hold on. Hold on. He's not doing a good enough job describing this.
Oh,
the universal hand motion blowjob where you
With
stick
the tongue out the other side, yeah.
tongue to the cheek.
Takes coordination. Yeah, you gotta,
Yeah.
gotta
And
time that
he's
out
good
to
at
make
it
it
too.
proper.
You show him. You're still good at it.
Yeah, here. It's just
There you go. There you go.
whatever I got there. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. Oh, look at
There we go.
Like you got multiple
That one.
dicks.
Yeah.
But like man, the Raptor goes in like barrel rolls and
Yeah.
shit, all that shit.
And you're
I was
doing
just doing it.
They're not going to take your picture while you're upside down. I'm just saying, you probably could have taken a break at that point, but you were in it at that point.
No,
You were.
They would have. They might have though, because it's a video, and they're just going to give you about 10 seconds to show you
Oh,
what that
any
video
video.
would look like.
Okay.
So they might choose those moments because that's the
Maybe.
moment they might be like, "Oh, dude, this is what you look like when you're doing the barrel roll."
So
or
how'd your
whatever.
10 seconds turn out?
I mean, I think that I got to see it for a little bit. You know, they would always erase those eventually, like if you did
Right.
middle fingers or this.
So the
that.
whole car comes out and looks and checks all the stuff out, and then there's you fucking giving a
Yeah,
Hummer
I
thing.
don't-
Did
yeah.
anybody
I
like
was
turn
just
around
gonna
and be
say.
like,
I don't really remember, but I know that I
No,
did it, and I
you
know
don't
that
need to remember.
Yeah.
If you did the universal blowjob
Right.
motion the whole ride, there is a very impossible to avoid truth that the people in front of you, the
Yeah.
people behind you, could not buy a video.
Right.
Right.
Could not buy
Oh
an
my
image
God,
or a
I
video.
know.
or maybe they bought it
Impossible.
because of it?
I know.
That's entirely possible.
My music, please.
Oh,
Sorry.
you muted me.
Sorry, ladies. What Troy was just referring to there is if by chance we stumbled into a situation that was so egregious and so over the line and inappropriate, like me and my child on a roller coaster and some asshole behind us is doing the international blowjob sign the whole time, and I wanted to get little Junior a picture. The fact of the matter is, now I'm really buying that picture. I'm sorry, Mom.
Can't not.
The fact is, I'm paying extra for the video because that's hilarious, and then I can show all my buddies who will all find it hilarious too. And no women will go, that is absolutely disgusting. Where can I see? Can I speak to a manager? Look what this animal did. I have a 5-year-old child
these
on this
days,
coaster.
dude, my God, I would.
We wanted to get an image. This is his first trip to the park, and he's with his father, and we saved up all year to come here. And this animal, can we get him arrested? Can we get the police involved? That's what a woman would do. Guy, not so much.
Laugh. I'll take 2 of those. You got that in 8x10?
I'm old
I get extra?
All right, I'll take the video of that guy. Let me get the video of the guy behind me.
Can I just buy his? I don't give a shit about my kid.
Right, turn around and be like, did you do that the whole time? Yeah, the whole ride. Oh, yeah, all right, let me get
Yeah,
that.
let me
Let me
get
get that video.
And then you get back to your wife. She goes, honey, you got the wrong picture. I don't even see our son in this.
Oh, this was better.
Oh, this was way better. Look at the guy's doing the international blowjob sign the whole ride.
2 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever that ride is.
Look, I'm not kidding, honey. honey. It's hilarious for 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Even in the loop-de-loop. Even in the loop-de-loop, he doesn't lose his momentum.
He doesn't stop.
Look at he
giving himself
switches
a
left to
blowjob.
righty a whole bunch of times.
You are a child. You're a child. Right? You spent our
Lovely.
money on that. Shame on you, Troy. Shame on you.
Did you happen to see the?
Hey man, can you send some of those pictures out? You guys send those not locally. I got some friends that want to send that shit.
I don't know if it was real or not, but I just saw today that kids got in like a ice sculpture thing. Did you see that?
Let me guess
like one
what
of the
they
contests. Yeah, and then they built a giant cock. They got like a lifetime ban from
Ooh.
it. But whatever. But the funniest part of the whole story was that they obviously like they got interviewed or whatever it was, but they obviously gave fake names. It was like Matt Shaft and John Johnson or something were the two names they gave.
Hayward Jablomi said that working on this ice sculpture was one of his life's passions. It's too bad. Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
You know what? I normally would not tell one more, but I will tell you that when you talk about guys being like same thing, dude. We were there with the Kennedys or some shit, and it's like the stuff these days in 2020 and 2019 that you would, but like there was some those games where I'll throw the win a doll or some shit. Where they're like some girl was just like, hey, would you guys like to play? And I just go play this, and I start jerking off.
Like, wait, he started mock jerking off. He did not pull his dong out and jerk off.
No, I didn't actually pull my dick out, but yes, in the air, I just go, this teenage girl probably, and I'm just like, play this, and I just start fucking mock jerking off in the air, and then we go and wait in some other ride because Mrs. Kennedy wanted to go on this ride, and I didn't want to go on it, and then then because of us stopping, because we could not have got caught, what are they gonna say? I saw some dude walk by,
I
but
got
because
Tourette's.
I walked 3 minutes
you're at the
down
county
the
fair,
ride,
lady. What do you
they could
expect?
still see me, and I stopped somewhere else, and then the security did come over and like, excuse me, the lady over there working said that you gestured at her in a sexual way or something, and I was like,
what?
oh yeah, crazy. I don't know. I don't remember what I said, but it was just like,
But it's still funny to you.
I still
And your
fucking
friends.
laugh about
Dude,
that play there.
Saturday Night Live this weekend did a sketch where they had undercover boss Kylo Ren.
Nice.
Because Adam Driver was there.
Right.
And it was a reprisal because he did this sketch before. And so he's an intern. He's dressed up as an intern.
Right.
He's Kylo Ren, but no one knows it. And, anytime anyone says anything negative about Kylo Ren, he fucking kills him.
Head explodes.
Gets the,
Is this not to be weird, but was this a rerun?
No,
I thought
they,
I've seen that
they,
before.
They redid the
Oh,
bit.
okay.
It was an update. Where are they now?
Okay.
It's like
Nice.
a flashback of where are they now?
nice.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
fucking hilarious, dude. And he's like, he walks up to a stormtrooper and he's like, so, hey, can you tell me where the guy is that you got to run your fueling, receipts by? And the stormtrooper's like, I think the guy you're looking for is D's nuts. He just grabs his dick and walks off. And Kylo Ren walks away just fucking like, that was hilarious. Said no one ever.
You know what? I haven't said that that joke in so long.
D's nuts?
D's nuts. I've done a long fucking time since I made a D's nuts joke.
Yeah.
And we were driving by a Wendy's the other day with that girl, with Mandy, and I go, hey, Mandy, you want some Wendy's? She's like, no, because she's a vegan. And I go, D's nuts, Wendy's nuts. And it's so absurd. It
Wait,
was-
I don't even get your
Wendy's,
show.
no, Wendy's nuts.
Wendy's
nuts.
oh my
Yeah.
I used to get it with, I go, hey, you want, whatever, you see somebody, like, back when CDs were actually a thing.
Right, yep, CD's nuts.
Hey, you want 2 CDs?
Which CDs?
CDs nuts? You want to CDs nuts?
What was your Indiana one? You said Indiana.
Oh, yeah, my mom lives in Indiana, so every time I go for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, so I'm going to the same place Prince Charles spent his honeymoon, in Diana.
In Diana.
Get a rim shot down here.
There's one. It's a poor one, but there's one in there. No, it's just there are
So
certain
bad.
times like we can have legitimate educational conversations. Get some flight experts on to discuss,
Oh, yeah.
the challenges of flying in inclement weather and blah blah blah. And then we can have a serious discussion about sexual assault and the seriousness of it, and then immediately
Switch into a fart joke.
find
Dick joke.
D's nuts and carving dicks and painting them everywhere funny. I just
You know what I saw, by the way, when you mentioned
amazing.
When you mentioned Undercover Boss, like, look, we all know the reality shows are blah blah blah. I get it, but I still always like to assume that in some level, like Undercover Boss on CBS,
an
like,
undercover billionaire. T and I got into that big
yeah.
time.
So
I still say it's fucking rigged.
I just saw a thing about
I call
certain
bullshit.
article about all some of these some of these reality shows that aren't real or things that aren't real about them. And one thing that it said in Undercover Boss is that like in follow-ups by some people, like I don't know if you ever watched it, but that show would always end, where the boss would then bring in some of the people he'd interacted with and be like, John,
I'm taking you to Maui.
Right, you always mention that your son, you have a son here and you're doing this to save to go to college. Well, I'm gonna give him a scholarship. And dude, I used to watch this show and fucking cry and shit sometimes. Like not cry, but like teary-eyed, like, oh my god, this is fucking so emotional. I get goosebumps and shit. And they're like, oh, in the follow-up, not all those promises were all made and stuff.
Oh, they weren't completed. They didn't follow through.
Necessarily followed through on, and I was just like,
that's kind of bullshit.
I know things can be. I understand that they're going to find that maybe they want to screen ahead of time workers that would be better stories for the show. It's TV. I get that, but man, to find it later, I like to find some of those.
You went through all that. You said you were going to do something and didn't actually do it. Like, I was just kidding. That's fucking TV.
We've all worked jobs though where there are just certain people that are more mature than others, and my brother was one of those. Like, he could be playful and whatnot, but he was the best fucking floor sweeper at Gene's Hardware. He just, I got to be here for 6 hours. I'm going to work hard. I would go in there and want to immediately get into a salt pellet fight with anyone I could. And
it'd be better when he left, and it would be worse when you left.
Yeah, I would fuck with customers. Let me get our specialty expert in that, Jay, and make Jay deal with the cut. Like, that was my favorite move. And you can. It's amazing how little you can do working if you just fuck around the whole time. And so for Undercover Boss,
tell me more.
If you find those individuals, shut up, T. Fuck you. Fuck you. I get what you were saying there.
I want to know how to do less. That's all I want.
I thought you were saying, yeah, I know you well enough, dickhead. I know you do less all the time.
That's your own guilty conscience.
Shit.
Come on.
Maybe. But you can find those stories of those people that really just go to work and work hard and deserve to rise the ranks or whatever. And I would think that those are common at almost any place you go to. So it's kind of disheartening to know, like, yeah, giving your kid a free education. It's like, not everything was true. Fuck the kid over.
I bought his books one semester.
Right.
We've only got 3 minutes left.
Oh, shit.
Do you want to do another story?
I want to do, let everybody know that they can get a 2-pack of MyPillow premiums for $69.98. That's the only.
Yes, MyPillow.
$34.99 per pillow, which is the lowest price ever offered on radio, podcast, or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com and use promo code TC. And I will say that I did just get
TDC, please.
What did I say?
TC. It's not Troy Courtney. It's Troy Donald.
I was
Courtney.
abbreviating. I was in a hurry. TDC. Sorry. No, I have a body pillow from MyPillow,
Yeah, they
and
sent
I
it to us.
actually started using it sleeping. It sounds weird, whatever, but it's amazing. I highly recommend it for anybody that's never had it, and I would have never thought that I'd have dug one.
Yeah.
Try it. Check it out.
And you got to get it with the Giza sheet.
Of course,
the
with the
Giza
cover.
pillowcase.
Yes.
Because good luck putting one of those pillowcases. It's like
I put one on either. I put two on either end, and then just duct taped them across so it would stay on there until the good one came.
Yeah, I called Dawn. I was like, "Yeah, do you guys have the giant pillowcases that go with it?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I need you to send me a couple of those."
Yeah, could have sent those
Next
with
day.
the pillows.
Yeah. But she sent me. Dawn is the right hand man to Mike Lindell, who declared on video, "The Detroit Cast is the best podcast in the world."
True. Documented.
When we were out there hanging out with him, and he's fucking awesome. And she's like, I was like, I hear his book's coming out. Where the fuck is my copy? And she's like, dude, I already sent it to you. It's autographed to you. And so I got one. Hey, Mike, blah, blah, blah. Love Mike Lindell, whatever. And so I just started reading. And it's great. And she's like, do you want to do an interview with him? Because he was just in with Anthony Cumia and Dave Landau. And I was like, yeah, those are my boys out there. I saw that he was on there. She's like, yeah, he's been in New York for a few days. I'm like, when is he in Detroit next? I said, I don't want to do a phone interview with Mike Lindell.
He's got to be
I
here.
want Mike Lindell in studio. She's like, all right, all right. I'm like, no, Dawn, for real. I fucking want Mike Lindell in studio. We've done multiple interviews with him over the phone. We've flown out to your company and hung out with you guys all day. I need him in studio. It's just different. She's like, no, I understand. And she said, by the way, the book's available now. I promise you, listeners out there, this will be a page-turner book that you won't believe. He's a religious dude, so there's that angle to things too, you know. But his stories are second to none. I mean, the book opens with him in Mexico, you know, and these guys, cartel, he's just trying to buy some blow. And he's like telling these guys, yeah, dude, look, I just ran out of coke. And the guy's like, yeah, no problem, mi amigo. Fucking guy will be here in no time. He's like in this area of town. He's walked from a resort. His wife and everyone's back in the hotel. He's walked to this resort, and it's one of these pop-up stands with magazines and bubble gum and smokes and whatever. And he's there, and this guy's like, si, senor. And he was there the year before. He's there all the time. He's going to Mexico once a year and would buy blow all the time. And he'd earlier, the year before, remember when he talked about the cartel members almost cutting his head off with a sword?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I accidentally started a rift between two rival gangs, two cartels. That's what that was. And so they almost cut his head off. That's when he went, my wife's really going to be upset about this. And he convinced them. He sweet talked his way out of like, look, guys, I'm not here to fuck with your cartel gang.
Just want some blow, man.
I just want some blow. And he talks his way
I'll buy
out
it
of
from both of you. Is that cool? Can I get a little bit of both?
So the next year, he miscalculates. He's running low on coke. So he's like, fuck it. Hoofs it on foot. Ends up at this pop-up stand. This is like the first 3 pages of the book, by the way. Goes to the stand, and the guy's like, si, senor, get some coke. He's like, there's no cabs around. Usually he would take a cab. And if you've been in Mexico and you ask a cabbie there, well, we're going to get some blow, they'll probably have it on them, or they'll know right where to take it. Like, there, it's just a different thing. And so this Mexican guy, he's got 2 amigos with him. One just sitting there, and he's holding something. He doesn't know what it is, but he's like, shotgun, sword, I don't know. He's got kind of something covering it, but they're all giving him the stink eye. And this dude looks at Mike, the main guy, and he's like, yeah, senor, guy will be here with your coke in no time. Would you like a beer? So he's like, I'm just looking at these guys trying to gauge the level of danger that I'm in right now. You know, like, where am I at? Am I going to be robbed? Do I need to run? Do I need to fight? What is the deal? And he's just reading body language. And he's not feeling these dudes over here. These 2 dudes are a fucking problem. And this guy goes in the back, comes back, brings him a beer. He has a cigarette. They're like, you can't find any coke, man? You know, go to the cabbies. He's like, I can't find a cabbie. I've been walking for 2 miles to this point, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you look familiar, senor. You sure I haven't seen you before? It's one of the fucking guys in the rival gangs from a year before.
Come on.
And he can't fully place Lindell. Lindell claims he's out of blow. Lindell says, I know I had 4 teeners on. I had 4 teeners on me, and that 4th fucking teener I can't find. It's gone. So I think he's like, which one of you huffed all the blow? And he can't find it. And so he tells this guy, I don't have any coke. I need some. And it's taking forever. And finally he's like, fuck. Look, man, fuck your guy, whatever. This is bullshit. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm out of here. And the guy pulls out like a fucking samurai sword. One of the guys sitting down. Have a seat, amigo. Why don't you sit down? I said it'd be here soon. And Lindell he says, I fucking freeze in that moment, and I know I'm about to be killed, but if I got to remain calm as shit. And he says, at that point, I pull out the pack of smokes in my shirt pocket, my breast pocket, and I'm going to light a cigarette. I open it, and that 4th teener goes flying out. It's like, I had no idea it was in there. Now it looks like I've lied to him. And I'm an undercover fucking cop. I won't tell you how it goes from there. But that's the kind of shit you get with the Mike Lindell book. And I can't wait. We'll do a phone interview with him if we have to, but I can't wait to bring him
Get him in here.
And if you buy that book right now, I think you can buy autographed copies. He signed a shitload of them. It will be one of the best reads you've ever had. If you buy the book now and maybe get one of these full body
pillow, yeah,
or any purchase, Giza
sheets for sure.
I have
any
of that stuff.
My Pillow topper. It's fantastic.
So do I.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, all the products, the towels, all of it.
Yeah, the towels they send us. We got Bleed Stop.
Don't forget the Bleed Stop.
Yeah, that's Bleed Stop. I don't know if you can see the Bleed Stop. So yeah, anything you buy from them, if you buy the book, they'll give you free shipping. They'll send it to you for free, and their shit arrives like 10 minutes after you order it.
No matter what you get, throw the TDC code in there. Not TC,
Please.
That's not going to work. But throw the TDC on
TDC.
there.
Troy
May not
Donald
get you
Courtney.
anything, but it'll look good for us.
Yeah, it will. So, with that, we'll call it a day. And I've just cracked the book, so I can't wait to read more and whatnot. So, I guess that's it. Thanks, T.
Pleasure.
Love having you, brother. It's nice to have you back. I know we didn't get into Mandy. Maybe we'll
I
get into
know.
some Mandy stuff tomorrow.
I was disappointed in that. I was really actually kind of looking forward to it.
It was
the
just a
update.
trip, man. It was just a day trip to Washington. Not
Well, hey, you stayed in
know,
a hotel, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
To be continued.
Oh, Mandy, well, you came and you gave without begging, but I sent you away. Oh, Mandy, well,
he just wants to get out of here. All right, let's give him Blackwater Station instead.
Yeah, better.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining the show today. Jay will be on a couple days this week, probably Wednesday, Thursday-ish. So you got that to look forward to. T, you'll be here.
Nah, whatever.
Whenever.
When Jay's not, I'll be here.
Or when
Figure it out.
Jay is. We were hoping to do a Me, T, and Jay show last night.
Yesterday, yeah, that was going to be.
That was what it was going to be with E out. So anyway, we'll do that soon enough. But have a great rest of the day, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.